Good morning, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from mpiinvest.com. So, coming to the market yesterday, the markets were amazing. In fact, I would say good that we actually had some position. In fact, I had announced it I think 2 days back about my position. I was holding 19700 calls position SL, and I exited that in profit in the morning itself. And luckily, I did that because after that it went on to close at close to 14 rupees premium because the market just rallied up. In fact, morning the markets were actually looking bearish as if the markets were going to correct, but from there a continuous rally and the markets actually closed strongly above 19,700. So technically it may actually look like the markets are actually very bullish, but then fundamentally this is something very important to note that yesterday also the FIs have actually sold for almost 760 crores, and the DIS have bought for just about 28 crores, and then still the markets have actually rallied up. Now understand one important thing: when institutionals are not buying, institutionals are selling, even the DIS are not buying big, who's taking the market up? So again, I connected back to the same thing. That is one, of course, the retail investors have actually grown in market, and that they are taking the markets up. But then this is not a great scenario at this point of time. Now, see, when the entire global markets were weak, in fact, yesterday, if you look at the European markets, they were also weak, and US markets also continue to be weak. But US has a different issue I'll talk about a little later. But then, in spite of all that, Indian markets have continued to rally with no reason, absolutely no reason. Now, at this point of time, if at all the FIS feel that they are left out, and if at all they think of starting to buy at this point of time, then don't even talk about what's going to happen in the market. They can just rally big. But again, very less chances of all this happening. But these are just things that we should be aware of and we should be prepared of. So that's something that we need to note. Apart from that, if you look at the markets yesterday, majorly the top gainer was of course L&T, majorly because there was a news that broke out that L&T has won a $4 billion deal from Saudi Aramco. So that's an amazing thing. So in fact, we have been very bullish about L&T for a really long time. In fact, at MPA family, we had invested at a very good position. I think all of us are sitting with more than 50% returns in L&T as of now in MPA family. So yes, that has been doing really well. It is hitting all-time high again. Brand new all-time high was hit, and that has actually been the top gainer in Nifty 50 yesterday. Apart from that, a very good move in HDFC Bank as well. HDFC Bank today with so much weightage because of the merger of HDFC and HDFC Bank. With any movement in HDFC Bank, we can expect the Nifty to keep moving. And that big rally in the HDFC Bank has also kind of given positivity to the Nifty yesterday. And it was majorly, I would say, yesterday Nifty was powered by L&T and HDFC Bank. Nothing else. Reliance also did not make any move. So at this point of time, markets are looking very bullish or technically, but then fundamentally, like I said, with all these reasons, I don't see a reason why the markets are going up. Only if some FI buying it can come in, it can go up further, or retailers coming into picture. But yesterday's can also be attributed to expiry related rally, because see, the highest open interest was at 19,700, and most people would have thought that market would expire below 19,700. So yesterday, even when I exited, I found that the markets were actually having a lot of contracts at 19,700. But then, of course, I was not very comfortable with the moves that was happening in the market, and that's exactly why I exited. But then there were a lot of people who were actually holding on to the positions. And when market started reaching that level, I'm sure, which the on expiry day, people cannot hold on to positions. They cannot hold it for one more day. So what they have to do, they have to square it off. When they square it off, what happens? Again, that brings the market very big high. So if you see all the big movements in the market, see, small movements can be attributed to buying. Nobody comes with crores of rupees and dumps it into the market at a single go. No, they don't do that. Institutions don't do that. So if there is something like this happening, this is more of a thing that came impromptu, and then people just had to do it because they had no option, and that is what is called short covering. And all those people who were short on the market must have covered the shorts, and the market just rallied up near 3 o'clock. If you see at 3 o'clock, the way the market rallied up, it was amazing. So that is how markets have actually been doing the last 2 days. So first day, the 600 was wound up. 19,600 shorts were wound up probably, and then yesterday probably 19,700 shorts were wound up, and that actually led to the rally. But then today is to be watched. If the rally continues today, then we can kind of confirm the bullishness in the market. But then if it does not, then we could attribute it to the expiry related volatility, because Wednesday also had rallied. It was a bank nifty expiry. Yesterday was nifty expiry, and yesterday was the first nifty expiry without bank nifty expiry on the same day. So with all this, it looks like banks are actually taking control at this point of time. Of course, there are a lot of news around that some brokers have actually upgraded banks and they're expecting banks to grow. That of course is true. In fact, we have been talking at MPA family about it for a long time, that banks and NBFCs can do really good in the long term in Indian market. So at this point of time, probably that also could be reason. But then finally, I feel at this point of time, this could be short covering, because buying can happen in a shorter pace, not at this fast pace. So that is something which is important to watch. Apart from that, if you look at the Indian market, there was some stock specific news. Even HCL has done really well. HCL has signed up for a deal with a German company which is Siemens for a multi-year deal. That actually has been going up. In fact, HCL has reached close to its 52-week high. Now, if you see, most of the IT companies have started recovering. It is only three companies which has not recovered yet. That is TCS and Infosys majorly, because they are two big heavyweights. But apart from that, of course, TechM. So TechM has already kind of started moving. That's a good sign. And Infosys and TCS are the ones actually which is kind of lagging behind at this point of time in the IT sector. So if they start moving, of course, that can again bring a lot of positivity to the market. Apart from that, we could see yesterday HDFC Life continuing to rally. In fact, HDFC Life is another stock where we are sitting with more than 50% profit in MPA family majorly, which we held on at the right time. And of course, there was a report that said that HDFC Life market share actually has increased, and where LIC has kind of lost. So that's a good news for HDFC Life, looking positive there. Apart from that, there is important news from Ashok Leyland as well, because they have actually released their new electric vehicle under their electric brand Switch. So that is something good. So again, look at already it's Ashok Leyland is close to its 52-week high. So any good movement, any such movement can actually can give some positivity to the stock again. So already it's positive. So this is an additional positive. So these are things which are looking really good in the market at this point of time. Apart from that, very special news, which if comes true can be a boon to a lot of new investors in the market, is that SEBI is now keen on introducing fractional shares in India. So that is a good news. And for people who don't know, let me tell you this. I don't know how many of you have heard of Berkshire Hathaway. So it is the company owned by none other than the big global investor. That's of course, let me probably give that as an option for you to comment. Tell me who is that investor to whom Berkshire Hathaway belongs. I'm sure everybody should know that. Do put it in the comment section if you know that. Then, so of course, do you know what is the share price of Berkshire Hathaway? One single share. If you convert it to Indian rupees, it's up more than 1 crore of rupees. One single share. Now, everybody cannot go buy one share. Even one share of Berkshire Hathaway, you need at least 1 crore, right? So in the US and all, what they do is every stock, you name the stock. It can be Meta, you can be, Google. You have option to buy fractional shares. That is, you don't have to buy entire one. You can buy 0.1, 0.2, that kind of fractional shares. That is probably in terms of amount you can buy it. So that is, you don't have probably the stock cost is about, like for Indian stock, if you see, example is Page Industries. So one share cost is approximately 45,000 rupees, or if you look at MRF, which is about 80,000 rupees per share, many people will not buy it because the price is so high. But if fractional shares comes in place, even a person with 1,000 rupees can buy a MRF share worth 80,000 rupees. So that is, he can buy a fraction of that 80,000 for just 1,000 rupees. So this is a very good thing if it comes. Now, if it comes, why it is very good thing? A lot of these shares, like especially Page Industries, MRF, all these are the ones which are traded very low in volume, majorly because of the price. A lot of people don't trade in it. But if fractional shares gets introduced, such stocks can actually start seeing some momentum. That could actually bring a lot of positivity there. So in fact, we had invested into Page Industries some time back. But the way things are going, probably I should think of investing into MRF also, because once this is implemented, these stocks can go for a good run, is what I feel. Again, this is my personal view. Don't take this, I mean, I'm not a SEBI registered analyst, and I'm not giving you a recommendation, but I'm just sharing what I am thinking about it. Of course, our channel, this is something that is only for sharing information. So that's exactly what I'm doing at this point of time. So yes, Page Industries are, by the way, that reminded me, even yesterday, if you see, Page Industries also went up by almost 4%. Of course, not because of fractional shares, but because the yarn prices have actually gone down, and it's a very good thing for such industries. And even Trend has been doing really well. So overall, these stocks in the industry, especially textile industry, are doing really well at this point of time. And Page Industries also, we had bought we had bought some time back, and again added some more last week. So again, we are sitting with some decent profit there. That's a good thing at bought Page Industries there. So these are all the things that's happening in the market at this point of time. And today is Friday, again a weekend starting. So we will discuss more in detail on the Market Pulse video on Sunday at 7 p.m. Do tune in there, where we'll discuss about what happened in the market this week and what could be expected next week, and also other important information. So do be there. Apart from that, before we end the day, let me tell you, I am expecting the markets to kind of consolidate slightly after such a big rally. So today being a Friday, let us see how the market moves. The initial moves can be anything, but and by end of the day, looking forward to some consolidation and close. I'm not expecting a big rally, is what I'm saying. However, markets can never be predicted, but just anticipated. This is what I anticipate. Let's see how the market goes. So that's it for now. Let me just check if we have any questions. No. Yeah. Good morning, Pro Shivanna. Yes. So yes, it's good to see you there live. Okay. So that's it for now. Wishing you all a great weekend ahead. This is Srikanth Rajan signing off. But before we leave, of course, do press the like button if you love the content that we share, and do share the podcast with your friends and relatives to help them learn and invest together with us. Goodbye. Have a great weekend.